Alright TM Nation, so just about a year ago, I did a review and unboxing on the JBL Vibe 200 True Wireless Earbuds, and although I was impressed with how they performed for the price, the battery life wasn't great and they were not compatible with the JBL app. Well, now I've had the newer JBL Vibe Beam earbuds for just about 2 weeks, and for me these fix most of the major gripes that I had with the 200s for only about 20 bucks more. So in this video, I'll unbox the Vibe Beams for you guys, and I'll highlight the areas that you all should consider when choosing between these and the Vibe 200s. Taking a look at what you'll get inside of the box with the Beams, you pretty much get all of the normal stuff and nothing extra. A USB Type-C cable to charge the case, your user manual of course, different sized ear tips, and you'll get your earbuds along with the case. Now the cases between the Beams and the 200s are just about identical in size, but there are subtle differences in between them. The Beam case has the 3 LED charging status lights right above the JBL sign in the front, while the Vibe 200s have a single LED light right below it. But besides that, the USB Type-C ports for charging are on the bottom for both pairs, and they do feel similar in weight as well. The earbuds, as you can see, appear to be identical, but funny enough guys, they are not completely interchangeable with the cases. Now the left earbuds seem to fit in either case completely fine, but when it comes to the right ones, they pop out of the case and they won't stay put for charging unless you put them into their native case. I've worn both pairs for 3 to 4 hours at a time while listening to podcasts, audiobooks, music, and YouTube without any ear fatigue or discomfort. Also, although they don't have any ear hooks or wings, they did an okay job of staying in place during exercise. Once I started sweating, I did have to reposition them a few times, especially while jumping rope, but I never felt like they were gonna completely fall out of my ears. The Beams do have better water resistance at IP54 for the earbuds and IPX2 for the case. The 200s only have IPX2 for the earbuds. The case is not water resistant. Now IPX2 will do completely fine against splashes of water and sweat, so if you're looking to pick these up for exercise, you will be okay, but you definitely don't want to submerge them into any type of liquid. Battery life wise, the Beams are a nice upgrade, offering you up to 8 hours of use on a charge and 24 with the case. The 200s on the other hand will give you about 5 hours on a charge and another 15 with the case, which like I said is not great. Using the Beams between 50 and 75% of the max volume most of the time, I average around 7 hours and 40 minutes on a charge. Most recently with the Vibe 200s on the same settings, I was able to get about 4 hours and 28 minutes. For connection, the 200s are using Bluetooth 5.0 while the Beams are packing 5.2. Now neither pair is going to be the best choice for a hardcore mobile gamer, as neither has a built-in low latency mode. But I will say that I have watched YouTube videos and Amazon Prime movies using both my iPhone 14 Pro and my Galaxy Z Fold 4 without any noticeable lag. But I do want to mention that you don't get access to any of the higher definition codecs such as aptX or LDAC with either pair, so if those are features that you're looking for, you have to look elsewhere. Another huge plus for the Beams is that they are compatible with the JBL app, which provides quite a bit of functionality. Through it you can see the charge left on each individual earbud, which is helpful because they do support dual connect. This being the case, if you want to use one earbud and leave the other in the case, you can do so without any issues whatsoever. The app also allows you to customize your touch controls to include volume, track switching. You can toggle on or off stay aware mode, which is basically transparency for awareness of your surroundings, and you can summon your voice assistant as well. The app also has built-in EQs that you can choose from, or you can create your own from scratch as well, which is huge in achieving the sound signature that you're looking for. Touching on the sound quality, I'm gonna have to give that to the Beam earbuds just because you do have that app compatibility and you can go in there and create your own custom EQ, or you can select from the pre-built EQs if you want to, but outside of that, out of the box, there was not a huge difference in between them. With my custom EQ though, the Beams definitely provide a more full sound overall without much of the distortion that you'll get with the 200s at higher volumes. The way that I have the Beams EQ'd provides a bright sound, which is typically what I look for, with a bump to the highs and the bass, but I am still surprised at how clearly the mids come through. So if sound quality is your main concern, I'd say that the Beams are your best bet, but the Vibes do provide a respectable sound signature as well. They're just not as well rounded as I would like. Speaking on the call quality, I have made voice calls with both pairs, and I do think that the audio was certainly passable. I could hear who I was talking to well, and they said that I came through loud and clear on their end too. I think that they do a decent job of reducing some of the ambient noise going on around you and focusing on your speech, but as always, I did take samples for you guys just so that you can judge for yourselves. Let's check them out. Alright guys, so right now I have the 200s paired to my iPhone 14 Pro. As you can see, the audio that you're hearing right now is coming directly from the microphones on them. Now I'm not going to do any type of editing to this sample, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how these will perform in a relatively quiet room. And now I have some simulated background noise playing in the background, still paired to the iPhone 14 Pro with the 200s. Not going to do any type of editing to this sample, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how well these can focus on your speech while rejecting some of your ambient noise. And now I have the Beams paired to my iPhone 14 Pro. Everything else about this test is exactly the same. Not going to do any type of editing to it, so this should give you a pretty good comparison in between the two. And here is the background noise test with the Beams. Still not going to do any type of editing to this sample, and I'm still paired to the iPhone 14 Pro, so this should give you a pretty good idea of how these will perform when you're in a noisy environment. So taking everything into consideration, fam, both pairs are going to be more than adequate for most people who are just looking for a decent pair of budget true wireless earbuds. The main differences between them are going to be the increased battery life and app compatibility that you get with the Beams. Unfortunately, neither pair provides ANC, wireless charging with the case, or a low latency gaming mode, but if those are not must-have features for you, I don't think that you can go wrong with either pair. Before you get on out of here, if you rock with the channel and your boy Tech Mo, hit that subscribe button and knock that notification bell out so you won't miss any of my uploads. Welcome to TM Nation. Peace.